G'day Queenslanders, welcome to your ACC Queensland Daily Weather App. Today the 18th of the 12th, 2022. My name's Chris Nitzo. This update brought to you by our major sponsor TownsvilleSheds.com. Check them out if you're in the market for a shed, safe accredited shed. Alrighty, we've got a trough system coming onto the coastline on the North Tropical Coast, providing us with lots of shower activity. In behind it, strong southeasterly winds, and even in ahead of it, the strong southeasterly winds. So right on the leading edge there could be some very strong winds associated with the leading edge shower activity that's coming through and storm activity that's coming through the North Tropical Coast. Outside of that area, a little bit of shower activity on the rest of the east coastline, particularly around the Mackay Ranges, around the Yeppoon area and around the Sunshine Coast, Fraser Coast. Isolated light patchy rain coming in on this mid-level cloud from western Queensland, and you can see some isolated showers and storms still lingering about behind the change across northeast Queensland, although it is stabilising. Lots of shower activity this morning around the eastern and northern Cape York Peninsula region, which seems to be decaying a little bit temporarily this morning. It'll redevelop later on. Thanks to the Bureau of Meteorology, we can see significant rainfall has fallen across northeast Queensland. Falls in excess of 100 millimetres have been recorded. Generally falls of 40 to 100 millimetres around that northeast coast, all the way from about the Burdekin region up to just south of Cooktown. We've also seen some big falls across the northern Cape York Peninsula and some big localised falls across the central highlands and coalfields. Through the afternoon today, we're expecting to see particularly this shower activity, the leading edge of this shower activity heading up towards the Cooktown, Cape Melville area. In behind it, we're going to see continued unsettled conditions across North Queensland with continuation of some isolated to scattered showers across the northeast coast. Adjacent inland areas will start to see some thunderstorm activity, and particularly as we push into western and southern inland Queensland, we'll get some significant showers and thunderstorms. Also, as I mentioned, the Cape will see storms redeveloping. So too, we'll see some storm activity developing around the Gulf Country too, particularly the eastern Gulf Country and maybe just this southwestern edge of the Gulf Country into the Northern Territory. Alrighty, through the nighttime hours we're going to see showers begin to increase again across northeast Queensland, although nowhere near the scope and level of the shower activity that we got this morning. Isolated shower activity becoming more scattered further northwards, and some moderate to heavy falls of rain from Cooktown up towards Lockhart River overnight tonight. Also notice there could be some gusty thunderstorm activity pushing off the western Cape coastline today from Weipa to Bamaga, maybe even Arakoon to Bamaga as we go through. As we move into the early morning period, you can see more of this convective stuff pushing westwards off the western Cape coastline and through the Gulf of Carpentaria, through into the Gulf of Carpentaria, plus some more convective stuff around the Gulf Country pushing into northwest Queensland. Notice continuation of shower activity here in northeast Queensland tomorrow morning, and the heaviest rainfall now shifting north of Cooktown by tomorrow morning and being located from around about Cape Melville all the way through to Lockhart River. As we progress through tomorrow, the expectation is a much clearer day for most of the state. There's still a few showers around for northeast Queensland, and our big storms up here in the north of the Cape and also out here in western Queensland. We're expecting big storms tomorrow. All right, so that's it over the next 24 hours. Accumulated rainfall, bearing in mind this model was taken at 4 a.m, so it includes the rain that's fallen over the last few hours. A lot of it has fallen already for this part of the coastline, but there's still some more substantial rain to be had, particularly as we progress north of Cairns and up towards this Cooktown to Cape Melville, Cooktown to Lockhart River area. Notice also showers and thunderstorms this afternoon, this evening, forming along the northern inland and central inland parts of the state, pushing out towards the Channel Country, Maranoa, Warrego, and don't forget those storms around the Cape region overnight and into tomorrow, and the Gulf region overnight and into tomorrow. Cape region could see those storms in the afternoon, as we mentioned as well. Notice here some very isolated showers elsewhere in Queensland's eastern coastline. I'm not too interested in those, but obviously if you get under them, you might get a couple of quick millimetres. All right, looking at winds, southeasterlies to south-southeasterlies, depending on which part of the state you're in, basically throughout the rest of the day. That trough system that's been holding the southeasterlies off the far north Queensland coast is going to decay, and as that happens over the next few hours, southeasterlies will dominate the entire east Queensland coastline. For today and tomorrow, you can see southeasterlies continuing to sustain themselves at 15 to 25 knots, depending on which section of the coast you're in. So obviously, not a great time to be on the water over the next couple of days. Have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Don't forget, we have a subscription service with a hell of a lot more detail than what I just went through today, and we're also looking closely at a low pressure system off the Northern Territory coastline in our subscriber updates. So head over there, check out our subscription options at join.ozcyclonechasers.com.au. Hope you join us, and thanks for watching this video. I'll talk to you tomorrow.